Man, next we got Vinny Guliani here at the PRI Show. He swung by the booth here on a Friday. You and the family flew in, which is pretty cool. You got a family, got married, a lot's happened. Over the last couple years, we've known, you and I met back in 2022.
Yeah, or 2020 even, I think. And
okay.
Yep, it's been a little while. And now I got a family and wife and 2 kids, and life's good.
Yeah, so you guys got married last year. It was this year.
Last year, yep.
Last year,
July of last year. So, yeah, going on a year and a half, and we got a great family, great life, and really pleased.
Yeah, man, you guys are blessed. So when I first met you, you were with Chase Younghands. But I guess before getting to Chase Younghands, because I know you kind of grew up in the North Carolina area, went to school. You worked with some really cool guys. I'm like Brandon Overton. How did it all start? Where's home? Where's your?
Well, it really all started in Omaha, Nebraska. When I was 6 years old, we were living in a cul-de-sac, and my dad heard a race car engine going, and he knew it was right back there somewhere. So we walked over there, and it was John Anderson, who's been a lifelong friend, and we went to Sunset Speedway that night in Omaha, dirt track there that the Kosiskis were involved with, and I was just hooked, and I've been racing ever since. So that was 33 years ago.
Wow.
In this same sport that I love. So anyway, that's where it started. And we moved from Omaha to Florida eventually. I was involved in racing the whole time, and then I got into the engineering college there at the USF in Tampa, and then I transferred from there up to Charlotte. They had a good motorsports engineering program there.
Is that where Rumley went?
That's the same place Rumley went. So he was a couple years before me. So they had a great program. Had Kevin Rumley and myself both went there, and so that's left a mark on the sport, I feel like. So it's been a great place for me to get my degree, and it was a lot of fun. And I worked for some NASCAR teams there, and during
Who'd you work for?
Red Bull Racing, and then Joe Gibbs Racing at the Nationwide shop. So did that, and then I also worked at another shop company there in Mooresville for a little while, and then a lot of dirt teams. My first full-time dirt team was 2005 with Shane Clanton.
I didn't know you worked with Shane.
Yeah, so that's 20 years ago. So
wow.
That's how long I've been doing it, pretty much full-time in the dirt industry. So
did you live
really
with
cool.
Shane, or live down there?
I lived with Gary Winger, actually. Yep,
did you really?
With Gary Winger, and we raced out of Atlanta, or RSW Enterprises, and we ran World of Outlaws that year in 2005. So, 20 years bouncing up and down the road racing. So, but then been with a lot of good guys, since then as well. Chase Younghands, you mentioned, of course, Brandon Overton, Kyle Strickler in 2020 was when we partnered with Bilstein and got this deal rolling, 5 years ago, going on 6 years. So, pretty cool to see where we've came. At that time, I remember in 2020, it was you and Timmy and me and Kyle Strickler, and that was basically it for Bilstein in the dirt late model industry. So to see where we've made it to now, I'm really proud of that, and thanks for the opportunity to be a part of that.
Oh man, I can't thank you enough for the ride, man. It's so when we started, we had to start with something. It's Timmy came off of the with the Longhorn, but he was on the Penske's 001, right?
Yeah.
So the first step was let's just make something as good as what's out there, right? We tested a lot, we failed a lot, man. Since then I think it was your idea that come up with the hydraulic fifth coil, which is seen now. You've seen other manufacturers make their own. How did you what was your thought process on the hydraulic fifth coil, eliminating the spring altogether and just running a shock? What made you go there?
Well, I remember sitting down in a room, and I think it was you and me, and Kevin was in there as well, and we were talking about a spring with less coils, and we ultimately said, well, let's just eliminate the coils altogether. And the lift arm shock in particular, I don't call it a fifth coil because there is no coil. So the lift arm shock, as I call it, it doesn't hold any mass up. It doesn't hold the mass of the car up, the weight of the car. So it's a unique opportunity to not have to have a spring. So that it's the one shock where we can do that. So it's turned out really good. I remember the first time we tested it at Gaffney and looked at the data. It was a oh my gosh moment, looking at the data. So yeah, it's definitely something that we've been using now for 5 years. That's changed the sport a little bit. One of the many things that we've done that's changed the sport, and it's cool to be a part of that. And I love working with this company. I have access to a lot of new technology and the great people that can make it happen. So it's fun to be on the cutting edge of that stuff, and it's pretty satisfying to see the market share and people in the pit area using stuff that I feel that we started. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, so much of it was your ideas, and like that fifth coil. I don't know correct me if I'm wrong, but like we didn't realize we had a problem, I don't think, right? Like we went out there at Gaffney. I can't remember who was driving. It might have been Kyle Strickler, but
it was. Yeah.
I mean, the data, if I remember, was like we're averaging like 25, 30 inches a second. We put that first hydraulic fifth coil, which now you got the VG hydro, which is completely different. But we slowed it down to like 4 inches a second, if I remember right.
Absolutely. The data, it was like a sawtooth, it is like a Etch-a-Sketch. I mean, it was all over for the spring fifth coil bouncing around, and we put that hydraulic lift arm shock on there, and it was like smooth. Like I drew it. Like I drew the data with a ruler, and I just was like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome!" So we knew it has to be better that way, and it's proven to be. We won a lot of races that way, so that was a really cool thing that we brought to the table, and it's always neat to bring out new products. Like we have a lot of new products here at the PRI Show. The best part is those things translating to success on the track. I preach all the time, results are results. And, that's a component that we have brought to the table. And in the last 5 years, it has produced a lot of great wins and results. And it started off seeing that the data was better, and that directly translated to feature wins, and that's what I love about it. So I'm excited to see these products, and they all look better on the data, and we're very confident in those, and we've already had some results with a lot of the new products that you're showcasing here. So I'm looking forward to continuing to see that success on the track and feature wins. So that's the exciting part to me. I like staying in victory lane.
Well, speaking of victory lane, so you went from Kyle Strickler. I don't remember. I think Kyle switched car owners once or twice there. He went to Scott Bloomquist there for a minute.
Yep.
You end up over at Jonathan Davenport. You and JD have been tight since I've known JD.
Yep.
From there, you had an opportunity to start VG Performance.
Right.
Now, VG Performance technically started years ago, but you kind of put it on hold a little bit. But now that you are 100% committed to VG Performance, it has allowed you to help every guy, every girl, from a local level all the way to a national level, with Devin Moran, Lucas Oil Championship, to Drake Troutman, World of Outlaw, Rookie of the Year. I mean, what is next? Like, so where I think you excel is you're good at finding problems, right? Mm-hmm. And I think our relationship is we can solve problems, right? But the hardest part is identifying the problems. How many more problems can we fix?
Well, the sky's the limit. I think the biggest thing for me, and I'm very grateful for my time with Jonathan, and that catapulted me into the ability to have my own company. I did start it a long time ago, but I was always working with one specific team. So now going on year 3 of this project, working with multiple teams, I love that opportunity. I work with some great guys. As far as, the sky's the limit on finding more areas to produce speed. And I think that for me, having the opportunity to work with so many great teams and be able to try some new things, that's where I'm at, is just look at every part of the car and where we can improve. Obviously, the suspension first and foremost, and it's worked out really well being partnered with this company to make that happen. There's always areas. I don't call them problems. I call them areas that we can find more speed. You know, everything works really well on these cars, but there's always areas that you can improve. So that's what I look for, is where we can find more speed, thinking outside the box. Like the 6 coil, for example, something that we've used for 30 years, the exact same technology and design, and I see it functional on the Smasher. You spray a little WD-40 on the current design that we've used forever, and it changes 30 or 40 pounds, and that's just, we're to the point in our sport where that's not going to cut it. So what we've come up with is something that's similar price and way better performance, and that's, you know, that's where I'm at with it, and you know, I love evolving the sport, and you know, finding things that have better function, and then of course, you know, are a good product to use, and produce wins. That's really what it's all about.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just got to stay in victory lane and perform it. Winning on Sunday still sells on Monday.
That's right.
I mean, I think we can prove that year over year. Your last 3 years stretch definitely proves that. Man, I am very proud to say you are the biggest dealer for Bilstein Motorsports.
Well, I appreciate that.
That is amazing. Can you believe that 3 years ago to say that?
Man, it's been really good. You know, the partnership's been great, and we're continuing to build on it. And I'm really appreciative of this company and you for sure. And you know, can't wait to keep going. And we're already, you know, Arizona's coming up quick. You know, so it's already, our next race is on our mind, and just happy to be at this show and celebrate with Devin Moran tonight at the banquet. That's a really cool feather in our cap, both Bilstein and for me, myself personally, grateful to work with those guys. You know, it's been awesome. And you know,
when you going to Germany? We got to get you to Germany.
Yeah, soon. Yeah, we're going soon. My dad actually has some friends over there, so I'm already scheming on where they're at. You know, in relation, and but you know, I like taking technology and making it to where it's functional and we can use it in our sport. Yes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of really cool things floating around out there, and I love that. I love stirring the pot. I love the, you know, new things, but you got to be able to take that technology and actually use it to produce speed, and that's what I feel like I'm good at. I'm a racer first and then an engineer. So I really pride myself on being able to get the low-hanging fruit, get the speed, and I can't wait to go to Germany and see some of that new technology and implement it on dirt late models.
So I got to meet your dad at the World Finals. How cool was that? Get your dad to the track there.
It was awesome. He doesn't come as much as he used to. You know, I got racing in my blood from him, so he really enjoys it. It's been great, you know, that he gets to come and experience it with us, you know, and so yeah. You know, I'm an only child, and my mom's passed away, so me and him, you know, we got a really tight relationship, and now that I have a family of my own, it's been great. And for him to come to the track and support us, it was my birthday weekend, and he knows a lot of people in the pits. He knows, you know, Jonathan and Timmy, and I mean, he's been around these guys a long time, so it was really cool for him to be involved and in the company and the sport. And you know, he loves seeing the new guys, like, you know, the young guys like Drake, and you know, we're really excited for those guys. Trey Mills, you know, he loves watching those younger guys come up and do so well, and you know, he's I think he's proud now, you know.
He's proud.
So it's really cool to have him at the track, and you know, all the guys are so great to him, which I appreciate, and you know, it's been awesome.
Yeah, I got to meet Trey Mills yesterday, him and his dad. So running for Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, World
with
of Outlaws.
VG.
Yep, with VG. Again. Absolutely, yeah. So I'm really pleased with that. We got a great roster going into this year.
So who you got?
So on the Lucas Tour, Devin Moran, Garrett Alberson, Carson Ferguson, Donald McIntosh, and then possibly some Rookie of the Year contenders. On the World of Outlaws side, we got Brian Shirley, Drake Troutman, Frank Heckenast is kicking around running that,
that'd be cool.
Which would be big. Yep, and then a few other rookie contenders like Trey. So and then we've got, you know, one other guy that's a good friend of mine that he hasn't decided on his schedule yet. So we'll see where he ends up. But I think it'll be fun at Arizona. So we're looking forward to working with him again for the first time in 8 or 9 years. So that'll be good.
Man, congratulations. We're gonna have to get you to an off-road race. Get the family up there. We got to at least get you over to Crandon or something, see if you can help those guys get to victory lane. But
yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it's cool that this company works in so many different areas of motorsports. I think it grows everything, and it's a huge name.
It's fun.
It's known. That makes it cool, and it's fun to see the cross between the different forms of motorsports.
Well, I think I'm going to break the news, because I think we had Ryan Beat up here, which is that truck right there. Him and Ricky Thornton Jr. bumped into each other. So I think you might see Ricky Thornton Jr. at Wheatland.
He's a unique talent, and
there might be a seat swap there.
I appreciate him trying to run these different types of cars. I think it's really, really cool. I root for him for sure. So that'd be awesome.
Cool. That would be cool. Man, I thank you so much for making time to swing
absolutely.
Up here, man.
Thanks
couldn't
for
be more
having me
proud
on.
of you, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.